Hello and welcome back to X-Plane 11. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today we're not really going to be doing a flight, but I'm actually going to start installing add-ons for my X-Plane 11 install, and I thought maybe it's a good idea if I were to show you guys. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be looking at these. You can call these mod spotlights, and I'll be looking at each mod that I'm installing, talking a little bit about them, why I think they're important, and giving my overall impressions as to what their capabilities are. Now, this first one's going to be a little bit interesting because it is a core mod that I think is going to be required for a lot of, in fact, I know is going to be required for a lot of the mods that I'm going to be installing aside from planes, and it's called FlyWithLua. Now, Lua is a scripting language. LUA. It's a scripting language that is very easy to pick up, and I'm sure if you guys wanted to, you could learn it. It's loads of tutorials online for it. But I'm going to be installing this and then having a look at a few of these scripts that are included in this. And of course, this is going to be one of the base packages for a lot of the add-ons that I'm going to be installing, of course. So let's go into the download page, and I'll have a quick look, and I'll run you through the entire download, installation, and maybe even have a look at a little bit of the code to see if we can give you a quick understanding, if I can give you a quick understanding of the code, some of it anyway. So here we are, we find ourselves on the X-Plane org forums. So that's the community X-Plane forums, and if you go to downloads and then go to top utilities, I think that FlyWithLua is going to be right there, pretty high up, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's the X-Plane 9 and 10 version. Then there's the core edition for X-Plane 11, but the one that I'm going to be showing you is going to be the complete edition. So you might have to, search for that. But you can get the core edition as well, but I think the complete edition is probably the better one to get. So there you go. See, if you just want to use a FlyWithLua script you found in the download section, this is probably the version you want to download. So I'll be showing you these scripts as well as and when I start putting them in. So here we go. You just basically come along to this place. I think you have to sign up to download files. Then you just download the files. Now, I download the files and I put them in a very different place. I will never put them in the folder that it tells me to put them in immediately. I will always go ahead and create a games mod folder for the game and then in there. Now I've put this in complete because I've already installed it, but I'm going to obviously show you what happens. So once you download it, it's going to give you a zip file. Just simply unzip the zip file as you would using your favorite unzipper and zipper. I prefer 7-zip. I really recommend 7-zip to everybody. And then when you go into this, you'll find a file called FlyWithLua. All you want to do is copy that entire file over to the X-Plane 11 folder. Go to, so that's your default, or that's your root folder for X-Plane 11. Go to resources, go to plugins, and just dump it in there. Now, once you've done that, you can leave X-Plane running at this point in time, by the way. Or you can start up X-Plane. Sorry, once you've done this, you can start up X-Plane, and you'll see that there are folders here: documentation, internals, modules, so on and so forth. We've got scripts and scripts disabled. Now, if you go into scripts disabled, you'll find a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's get rid of that because that's getting in the way. There we go. That looks nicer. You'll find a bunch of these scripts. Now, what I'm going to do is I've just copied some of these scripts into the scripts folder. Delete everything that's currently in the scripts folder. I think it says read the manual.lua is in the scripts folder. So make sure you delete that and then just put whichever ones you want in here. Now, the ones I'm actually going to be showing you is going to be automatic set QNH, open doors, lean helper. I might give you a quick look at that. Gear deployment, I'm going to show you that. Transponder helper, I'm not going to be able to show you just yet, although I can show you where it is. And I think QNH helper is the other one that we're going to be looking at. So those are the scripts that of many of these that I'm just going to show you guys. Now let me also open up one of these. Let's just open up let's see, open doors. That's a nice short script. So you can see there, this is a Lua script, and it's very, very simple, and all this is doing is it's just saying to open the doors and close the doors. That's pretty much all it's doing. So, and over here as well, there's a little if statement saying that if the battery, so that is where it's looking for the variable. So it's saying, right, sim cockpit electrical, if the battery is off, so that's to assume a cold and dark start, so that's is 0, so that's off, then door 0, which is the pilot's door, is 1, and 1 is open. And this one here, as you can see, is function open all doors. So this is just an iterative loop saying 0 to 23, so that's 23 doors that it can go through. And there you go, door I equals 1, so you can see there, door 0. So that would go, door 0 is open, then door 1 is open, door 2 is open, door 3 is open, so on and so forth. And then this one closes it. Very, very simple. So that's all that does. I don't need to show you too much of that, I don't think. Obviously, some of them can be a little bit more confusing. For example, the HUD module test, as you can see, creating a HUD. We don't need to be going into all of this, though. This is just things that if you want to be creating your own little scripts, you can have a look and learn that. And there is a whole bunch of documentation available. As you can see, documentation, creating an instrument, the first steps programming, checklist manual, the normal manual, so on and so forth. But we're not going to be looking at that just yet. So there we go. Once you've copied some of these disabled scripts into the scripts folder, we can go along here. We can go to settings. You'll go to keyboard. You'll see FlyWithLua. Debugging, you can see that reload all scripts. Don't have to touch that. Go into new flight. I'm just going to do exactly the flight that we had last time. I'm going to press start flight, ignore that, and we'll go straight into this flight. Now, if you like these sort of videos, by the way, make sure you hit that like button, leave it in the comments saying that yes, I want to see more of these videos of you installing add-ons and then giving your thoughts on those add-ons, because I'll be happy to do that, especially for freeware and for payware as and when I can get hold of it. Obviously that's a lot harder, but since I'm going to be modding up my install, I thought I might as well show you. Also, if you do want to help me out to be able to purchase more payware, make a career out of this, make a living out of this, do support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget, or you can just watch the if you just watch the adverts before and after the videos, that would also help me out. I know they're about 30 seconds long, but I hope they would help. They would be something that you'd be able to just sort of bear your way through that. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at what we've got. Now you can see we've got 3 green lights up there. That's one of the scripts already running. That's the gear helper already running. We've got, if we go up to plugins here, you can see that we can press reload all scripts if you're adding a new script in. So you can add a new script on the fly, literally. So you press reload all scripts and that will reload them. If we go to the macros, you can see we've got smooth the stick. I'm going to switch that off because that caused havoc on a test run that I did. But we've got this automatically set transponder. That's that transponder code thing. Now we're not going to be able to use that because we're not using any ATC. Go over this though, and you can see we've got open all doors. Press that. Let's see if it opens all the doors. Interesting. Doesn't actually open all the doors. I wonder if I have to key that in. Not too sure. Maybe it opens them in external view. Hold on. Or maybe because this one doesn't have doors really modelled on it, does it? Wait, there are 2 doors modelled there. And there is a door model there. I don't know. Let's have a look. Like I said, this is my first time using this. Nope. Doesn't want to work. Okay, well, we'll ignore that one. We know some of the others work. Probably because I'm using it wrong. Let's be honest. Right, so we've got that. Now, let's say we've got our weather. Let's adjust our weather. Oh no, hang on a second. What's this? Ah, yeah. Well, I'll show you that in a minute too. Let's say we adjust our weather to be barometric pressure is going to be 29901. There we go. Okay, so we apply the changes, and you can see that our current barometric pressure is showing 3003. First thing that comes up, look at that. Your altitude may be showing wrong values. There is a little helper for us. That's part of this Lua script, one of the Lua scripts that we put in. So that's good. What we can do is we can adjust that. Now the only problem is we've got 2 problems. One, if you're like this and let's say you're in VR, or even if you've got a really big screen and you're far away, you're not going to be able to read that. It's kind of difficult to read. But look at this little script. This little script, which is the QNH helper, as you can see, helps us out here. Now there is one bug that says 30. It should be 30.00. It should be sticking to the convention of 2DP. But it's not. But now we can actually read that quite easily. And look, pilot's altimeter shows flight level. Your altitude may show wrong values. Do that, there you go. Those messages go away, and this will go away in a few seconds as well. So that is how one of those works. Now, the other thing that we can do is I can show you again with those settings. If we go to keyboard and go to this one, set flight level for co-pilot and pilot's altimeter. Toggle brakes regular effort. Yeah, I'm going to remove that. Right, now, no, that's not actually what I wanted to do. That's the one I wanted. There we go. Set QNH for pilots and co-pilot. Now, for those people who have actually... Let's do something really ridiculous. There you go. For those people who have played Flight Simulator, you'll know this one, that when you press B, it sets the altimeter correctly, automatically.
QNH adjusted.
There you go. QNH adjusted comes up in the top corner for you. Look at that. Now you've got yourself a Flight Simulator control in X-Plane to make it really, really easy for you to adjust your QNH just by pressing one button. How awesome is that? The other thing that I can show you is down in this corner we've got ourselves a little HUD. Remember that HUD that we were looking at? That one that I showed you the script for? There's the HUD right there. And we can actually adjust things. So for example, how do I do this? I know there's ways to do it, I assure you. There we go, heading. Can I? Okay, I'm not too sure exactly how to use this. Probably the different modes. Yeah, but there you go. That is a little HUD right there, which makes it kind of easier for you guys to use. In fact, you can actually click that, and that changes it immediately to the correct barometric pressure. You've got the squawk codes, your ADF codes, your nav, everything. So even if you're looking out here, you can have a quick look and see them right in front of you. This is what FlyWithLua is capable of, and people making scripts on this are capable of. Now the last thing I'm going to show you is going to be that one right up there, the landing gears. So let's go ahead and get this aircraft in the air. Don't need that. Automatic. That looks good to me. All of that's good. Prop sync really should be off right now. Parking brake can go off. We'll start rolling forward. Propellers can go full forward. Alright, let's give ourselves a quick takeoff, and then we'll just bring the landing gear in, and you guys will see how that works. So yes, a very, very important core script, I think. I think it's going to really help me out with a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing. Obviously, a lot of the add-ons that I want to put in are going to have this. Positive rate. Oh. It's a little bit sluggish. I have to admit, the elevators are not quite how I want them to be just yet. Let's do that. Let's bring the gear up. There you go. Yellow. And black, lights off is off. So yellow is in transit, and lights off is locked or in. And if you do that again, there you go. In transit, and green down. So there you go. Let's actually, and you just saw as the three of them came up separately, it does show it separately. Let's actually loop ourselves around. This aircraft, the elevators have changed somewhat. It says smoother controls. I'm not sure why these elevators feel a little bit too... I'd say they feel a little bit too sharp. But I'll sort that out. I'm sure I can figure out what's going on with that right now, or in a few moments. Let's just do this, and you can see we're already flying on the downwind leg of the at the airport. Now what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to start descending as well, and we'll just land the aircraft very, very quickly to end this. So just a very quick circuit of Seattle, just to show the various different bits and bobs that we can use. There we go, that's how we change it. No, it's not. That changes that. There has to be a way. Right. Slow this aircraft down. And descend the aircraft too. Obviously this isn't going to be a proper landing. We're just going to swing it in and land it probably pretty rough. Bring that gear down, so again we can see that Lua script running. Should be able to loop in now. Is that one stage of flaps down? Yep, one stage of flaps. I find this aircraft's a little bit odd when one stage of flaps comes down. It really slows down ridiculously quickly. I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, we're just going to do a really... This is not going to be a good landing, I assure you. Right. Time to get this aircraft down. Which runway do we want? Let's take that runway right ahead of us. Which we're slightly too high for now. That's okay, it's a long enough runway. We'll manage. And there we go. So that is the FlyWithLua mod or add-on. I think it's a must-have add-on for X-Plane, especially if you want to be adding other mods onto it. Definitely a must-have add-on for X-Plane. So make sure you guys pick it up. Hopefully that installation was helpful. Very, very easy installation, I have to say. But hopefully that quick demonstration was also helpful to give you an idea of what is capable, or what this mod is capable of, or what the scripts are capable of as people start developing them. And there are plenty of these scripts, so I'll definitely be looking at them. Alright, let's see if I can get a better landing in this one than I did last time. Alright, we're not on the center line, but we're definitely flaring a lot better this time. There we go, we're down. Okay. And there we go. Ground is really, really strange on this. Very, very strange. But anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on X-Plane 11. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think of that installation video. If you've got FlyWithLua, let me know your favorite scripts. Maybe I'll have a look at those. And don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget, for to help me make a career out of this. And also follow me on Twitch for streams, www.twitch.tv/ecgadget. That's all, and I'll see you guys next time in X-Plane 11.